Hello, CraftingMantis here, and welcome back to another episode on the World of Solitude. So, first and foremost, I have some patron shoutouts to do. I don't have a single player series right now other than the tutorials, and so it was like, I think we're going to do it. We're going to do it for this episode. So first, I would like to thank Adela for becoming a patron this last month. Definitely thank you so much. It is definitely greatly appreciated. And I would also like to thank Amanda and Steve, who also became patrons this last month. It is phenomenal to see new faces, joining the community. So definitely thank you to all of you from the bottom of my heart. It is truly appreciated. To see new patrons, joining the group. So with that, again, thank you so much. And, let's go ahead and see what I have been doing. We now have a retaining wall. And that's one of the things I've been working on off camera. This last week has been pretty rough. And so I've been doing a lot of playing without recording, and I'm probably going to regret it because I don't know how long this episode is going to end up being. Yeah. But yeah, so we have this retaining wall. So it goes all the way around and it follows the bridge all the way. And then I've also got these openings within it. So people can still take boats and stuff, because this goes out into, rivers, and there's a huge lake over here. So I wanted to make sure that people would still be able to actually get through. So if we go ahead and come in this direction, we can kind of see a little bit better what is going on. So we've got the retaining wall that goes all the way up to where the toll booths are. And then, we've got two openings on this side. And we've got 4 on this side. So let's come over here. It's a little bit easier to see. Whoop. Elytra has deployed. Okay. There we go. So yeah, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 openings, and that opens into, the greater area, and then 2 over here. The thing is that with these ones, it's not necessarily really, needed. I actually had to open it up, because it was actually like this, the first one here was actually landlocked. There was a bar of dirt that ran across there. So I went ahead and opened it up. So in case anybody is coming through on a boat, they can do it. But yeah, so we've got, a little opening here, and, so it was this one. This one had the bar on it, not the first one. But yeah, so there's just a little bit of land there, and so now people can kind of get through. So it's, kind of like a swamp, I guess, where, you've got little pieces of, water, land, and all that. But yeah, so now people can get in and out without any difficulty whatsoever. But yeah, so it's just a simple design. So we've got the polished andesite for the pillars, and then we've got the stone stairs and stone, just to add a little bit of detail, and then the andesite to go around it. So I still need to figure out what I want to do in terms of like railings, and then also need to work on getting the like light posts and stuff up as well. Because that's one of the things that I've been working on, is I've been working on trying to get the, kind of like the, the roads in, and, some of the small stuff, so that, it looks a little bit more lived in. That's been the big thing, is that, it doesn't quite look lived in right now. And one of the things that you guys might have noticed too is that over there. So Jackal Wolf is currently working on a monorail for the area, and it is actually going to end up coming over here into my area. And so I went ahead and I took the bottom part of it and ran it all the way over. That way I could figure out where it's going to connect up, because we're going to end up having a turn here, so that, the monorail can continue that way. And then we need to build a station for it. But, it's I had to modify it a little bit, because most of them, they sit down here on this level. But of course, we're a little bit raised up here, and so it's going to be a little bit shorter. But the top part is the same as, as his design. So we've got, you know, the polished diorite that goes underneath, and then it's polished diorite and stone up on the top, and then the diorite on the bottom, and then, you know, a pole with the stone, and then with the diorite on, you know, on the sides, and then the andesite that goes around. And I modified this too because I want to, you know, I want to be able to use the sidewalks, because in the regular design, the pole actually goes up here, and then there's just single stone blocks around it. And so I moved it over here. That way, you know, people can, you know, still walk through, but it's still, you know, it's still a functional support for the monorail. So, and then the other thing is, and then of course, you know, we're running into the problem that, you know, the sun is about to set. So let's get our bed out of the, you know, out and ready so we can sleep as soon as possible. But if we come over here, I actually finished the little cave tunnel thing. I don't know what to call it. I guess we could call it a tunnel, though it's not really even, you know, it's not really a tunnel, because it doesn't go anywhere. But if we come over here, I know it's taking a little bit to actually get over here, but yeah, so we have, you know, we had this all done. I still need to add in the lights. I was running a little bit low on glowstone, and so I wasn't able to get that. So I need to make a trip to the Nether or over to the witch farm and get some glowstone for, you know, for the top here. But it's just like that one over there, and, you know, just goes into, you know, makes it look like, you know, there's actually a road that runs through, you know, runs through the actual mountain. It's just really, really dark in there. But yeah, so that is what I have been working on off camera. So I need to gather up some supplies and stuff, and then we can start working on getting the lights in place and see what other, you know, see what else we could end up, you know, working on. As we, you know, as I continue to plan. Oh, and we need to go up there too. But as I plan the next skyscraper. So I'm going to go gather some supplies, and then we can go and get to work. All right, so we are up here. This is the 4th floor of the skyscraper, and I thought it'd be a little bit easier to show you guys this, because the actual stuff is down on the 3rd floor, but it's a little bit easier to see since I haven't capped it off yet from the 4th floor. But yeah, so this is just, you know, this is just a simple cactus farm. So we've got, you know, basically slabs holding up the sand with the cactus, and then a fence post, just, you know, the block higher so that it breaks it off. Now, granted, with this, you know, there is a problem that sometimes it'll break off and it'll land on top. However, I've definitely not had problems in terms of yield, especially with the fact that, I mean, I don't need a whole lot of cactus. I might actually have to disable it at some point because, yeah, I don't necessarily need a whole lot of cactus. But yeah, this has been running for, you know, for a little bit. And yeah, so we are definitely getting a whole lot of cactus. And we've got, there's 9 per layer. So we've got a total of 27 cactuses running. Oh, we just had another one fall off. Yay! But yeah, so this is, you know, this is going to allow us to replenish our green dye. Because one of the things that I am thinking about doing is actually something along the edges of, you know, the city. And we'll get to these in just a moment. But yeah, so like along the edge, I was thinking about doing some kind of like, I guess it would be a noise barrier. And I was thinking about doing it in like green and lime green glass. So it, you know, having a cactus farm is definitely going to be fantastic. To, you know, especially to replenish some of the green dye, because I think I still have some in here in a shulker box. Let's see, dyes, there we go. Yeah, so we've got 17, 22. We've got 22 stacks plus a little bit. But once you start getting into loads of glass or, you know, like making the cyan, then, you know, it does pose a slight problem, especially if you don't have, you know, some way to replenish it. All right, so on to these. This is what I decided to go ahead and do in terms of the lamppost. And I think it looks really cool from, you know, if you like stand in the middle of the road and look down, because, you know, it actually kind of looks like, you know, like a road you would see, you know, like in real life and stuff. But it's, you know, relatively simple. It's just basically a polished andesite. We've got the andesite walls, and then the stone slab on either side, and then the stone block, and then the sea lantern. I ended up raiding a ocean monument for some sea lanterns, but it is definitely not going to be enough. I have 18 left from that, and yeah, we're going to need a whole lot more. So I'm thinking I'm going to either have to raid another, you know, ocean monument, or create some kind of farm or something, so that, you know, I can actually get some more of those. So we will see how we end up working with that, because I know there's been farms and stuff talked about. So we'll see where we stand on that. But yeah, so it's basically, you know, andesite, the polished andesite, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like that, and then we go slab, and then I bring it out like that, break that, like that, and then grab our sea lantern, and like so. And yeah, so that definitely, it's effective, because one of the things that I was thinking about doing was, you know, like using like anvils and hoppers, and, you know, when I was designing it and stuff, none of them looked really modern and minimalist, I guess you could say. They looked more like something, you know, that would go on like a Victorian street, or, you know, something along those lines. So it definitely wasn't something that I thought would work, with this. And so that's the reason why I decided to just go ahead and, do this simple little thing here with the sea lanterns. And I think it really works. And I've actually gotten it done all the way to the, to where the toll booth is going to end up being on this side. So it was interesting trying to get them around the curve, but I think it turned out all right. And then, so we just need to get the toll booth in here, and then I think we can officially call this area relatively done. The only thing left really is any railing, but I want to figure out what I want to do with the sound barrier first. And then, we can kind of deal with, any railing, because it needs to be able to tie into the sound barrier. But yeah, so that is going to do it for me today. Definitely need to go and get some more sea lanterns and stuff. I might just, just load up on water breathing potions and just go kill a whole bunch of guardians. See what I can do in terms of trying to get some of these sea lanterns in here and get these streets looking like proper streets. So, yeah. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and if you did, definitely hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, click the Mantis icon to subscribe, then hit the bell button to get notified when I put out additional content. Want to check out more of my videos? Try the one on the left, or you could check out the playlist on the right. That's it for now, but I'll see you guys in the next episode.